Hey everybody, it's Dan Sfera, www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Once again, that website address is www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Today's post is going to be aimed at the study participants, those of you considering joining a clinical trial. And it's going to cover a couple of things that I think are important for you to know and for you to check out before you join a clinical trial. Number one, you got to ask yourself, what phase of the study is it? Is it a phase 2, 3, 4? I mean, it may even be a phase 1 if you're looking, to get compensated pretty well. But just look at what type of phase it is. If it's a phase 2, you know that a little bit less is known about the drug. If it's a phase 3, it's a larger trial, some more information may be available on that drug. Which leads me to the second thing you should know is what type of study drug are they using? Are they using a study drug that's just slightly modified from something that already exists on the market? A good example here would be something with an extended release at the end of it. So whereas you already have a certain drug on the market that your doctor can prescribe to you, but now they're doing a clinical trial for that same drug, but just the extended release version. So you would know that in this type of trial, it's probably a little safer than doing a clinical trial for a drug that's relatively unknown. And for the most part, if this was the case, this would be a phase 3 trial, which would be the large trials. So know what, the second thing is to know what type of drug is being tested. The third thing is to know a little bit about the protocol, and I don't mean like you have to look through the protocol because you probably are not going to be given access to that, but look through the informed consent form. What are some of the procedures that you're going to have to be doing? What are some of the lengths of the study visits? Are some visits an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours? How long are you required to be in the clinic for a typical office visit? And then what type of procedures are being done? How many times are you going to get blood draws, EKGs? Are there x-rays involved, MRIs? Some studies do spinal taps. I mean, especially true for the neurological clinical trials, the spinal tap is very common. And these are unpleasant procedures, so you want to know how often they're going to be done and when they're going to be done. And finally, get a second opinion. Ask yourself, who referred me to this clinical trial, and is there any chance for them to kind of have a conflict of interest between, what they want to get out of the trial and me being in the study? So who referred me, and maybe I should get a second opinion on doing this clinical trial. And of course, what I always talk about and what Don always talks about, what are your expectations for joining the trial? So, are you expecting to find a better treatment? Are you not happy with your current treatment? Are you looking to help future sufferers of this medical condition by providing some data on this new drug or new treatments? What are you looking to get out of it? Are you looking to get out of the house a little bit, make some extra money, get better medical attention? I mean, there's lots of reasons that we cover on the blog, which I won't get into in this post. So ask yourself those questions. What type of study is it? Phase 1, 2, 3, or 4? What's the study drug like? What's expected of you from the clinical trial as far as what type of procedures you're going to do? And finally, who's referring you? And, try to find out why they're referring you. Hopefully these help. These are some common questions that a lot of people ask themselves before joining a clinical trial. And what we've noticed is the people who have a better understanding of what they're getting into as far as clinical trials are concerned, they tend to have better experiences. So hopefully this helps and this is able to help somebody out there. Thanks a lot, everybody. It's Dan Sfera, www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com.